Okay. So we are going to start by just getting the basics right. So we're going to make sure that our feet are underneath our hips, and we are going to, as discussed earlier in the week, we're going to imagine that our pelvis is like a bucket of water. And if your pelvis tips forward, the water falls out the front. If it tips back, it tips out the back. So we want to make it so that it's neutral somewhere, so the water is even in the bucket. So most of us, that means draw your belly button towards your backbone, okay? Then we're going to make sure we don't flare our ribs. We don't want to do that, but we're going to be broad across the collarbones, okay? And we're going to tuck our chin in, and that's roughly speaking where we should be. Now from here, we're going to do a nice simple little warm-up called a squat lower. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our feet out nice and wide, so they're pointing out like so. And quite simply, we're just going to warm up by squatting in like so, keeping this core tight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, we're going to bring our feet together, soften our knees. Now, I want you to imagine that someone's put a very large tube over the top of you, and your arms are allowed to come outside the tube, but your pelvis isn't, and you want to keep your core tight. And we're going to do a standing mermaid, which means we're going to come up and tight. Keep this core tight, and you look to the opposite side of the arm that's up. Your core has to be tight. If it's not tight, you won't feel a thing. Good, keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to legs nice and wide again, toes pointing out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet together, core tight, really squeeze these abs in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs come nice and wide, and we're going to go squat, curve your spine, push away, come round and squat, curve your spine, push away, round, squat, keep going, push away, round, squat, curve your spine, push away, round, squat, curve your spine, push away, round, squat. Good, come into standing, hands here, core tight, broad across the collarbones, chin tucked in, and we're simply going to do the dumb waiter, making sure that we're squeezing our shoulder blades together at the back. Good. Lovely. Relax. Back into the plie. So, squat, curve your spine, push away, round, back. Squat, curve your spine, round, back. Keep going. Very good. Good. Keep going. Good. Relax. Standing. Core nice and tight here. Broad across the collarbones. And we're going to do the dumb waiter. Making sure that that posture is good. Lovely. Keep going. Good. And relax. Shake that out. Now we're going to do the roll down relatively quickly. Now, we're going to work each vertebrae at its turn, okay? And we're going to make sure that our bum does not push backwards, that our bum stays over our heels. So we're going to roll each vertebrae down at a time, letting each one have its say, dangle for a second, and then tuck your coccyx under, roll each one back up again. Good. And down. Very good. Dangle, roll back under, back up. Roll down. Good. This time, soften your knees. Okay. Now you want to put your knees slightly behind your hips, and I call this a triangle position. And we're going to do the Pilates press up. Okay, which means that we're trying to keep our chin tucked in, straight through the upper back, and our elbows in tight. Core tight too, so suck your belly towards your backbone, and here we go. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tuck your knees back in. This is what I call 4-point. And in 4-point, we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades down and back. And we're going to extend one leg, one arm. Now, it's important here that you don't do that. So the moment I do that, you see this part of my back curves like so. We don't want to do that. We want to literally slide it along so that this stays sucked in and this stays flat, okay? So opposite arm, opposite leg, and hold. Suck your belly button towards your backbone, tighten your abs. 3, 4, 5. Hands back down. Move your knees back to the triangle position, and you've got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knees back to 4-point. And keep the core tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Lovely. From here, we're going to extend into a plank position, and we're going to walk 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax. Roll over. Now, I should be truthful with you. I find this one quite hard because my hips are not loose enough to get in this position and sit up straight. But that seems reason enough to me to do it. Left hand comes outside the left like so. Try and suck your belly towards your backbone, and we're simply going over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Back into our plank position. Core tight. No rounding of the lower back. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the core tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back onto your backside. Back to doing a seated mermaid. Sit up nice and tall. Try and find some freedom through your hips. Left hand on the outside. And 1. Keep your core tight. 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Well done. And that's our warm-up done. I've thrown a few extra bits in there today. So flat onto your back. Get yourself comfortable. I just want to recap on what we're doing with this core thing. Okay, so the core, I like to think of it as you've got your primary core and your secondary core. So your primary core is what everybody knows about. It's your transverse abdominis. It's the what's the word I'm looking for? The pelvic floor muscles and various other deep abdominal muscles. It's not your six-pack. So if your six-pack domes out, that's generally, we call it rectus abdominis dominance. You don't want that. So if your abs are doming out, it probably means you're not turning on the right things. Now, there's no nice way of putting this, but to turn on the right muscles, we call it zip up and hollow. The idea is you zip up your thighs and hollow out your belly. But the truth of the matter is that the muscles that you're contracting are the muscles that you hold to do a wee and a fart. But we don't say that because it's not very nice. So we refer to it as zip up and hollow. And it makes you like an hourglass around the stomach, okay? And the idea is every movement we do should be initiated by that contraction. And the exercises we do in Pilates are purely designed to challenge your ability to hold that contraction. And no matter how good you are, and when I trained, there were a lot of ballet dancers that trained with me, and they were awesome at this. Everybody loses it at some point. So as long as you're trying, you're fine. Now, if you've got back problems, you just have to watch when you're doing something and the curve here changes rapidly like that. You're trying to keep your neutral spine, okay? So we're just going to do a couple of refresher exercises before we get on to some hard work. So keeping push our belly button to the ceiling, draw it to the floor, toggle between the two to find your neutral spine, zip up and hollow, and we're going to do a single leg stretch. So keeping this all tight, left leg away, 1, 2, 3, this should be tight, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, you should be able to poke this and it's hard, okay? Keeping it tight, float the right leg up to tabletop, left leg up to tabletop, hands come up, and our second little familiarised exercise is a double leg stretch where we go away and back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back. Hold there. When you're away, squeeze the core to bring it back. Back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, 10, back, lower down. Right, so now we're familiar, now we've remembered what we're doing, let's get into some harder stuff. So we're going to do a single leg stretch, level 2. This suddenly becomes quite tough. Okay, here we go. So, core tight, neutral spine, right leg up, left leg up, chin and chest comes off, left hand on left knee, right hand on left shin, drop the right leg out. And here we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold the knee. Bring both in, swap hands over, core tight, draw your belly towards your backbone, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug your knees, relax. Okay, feet to the floor, reset your neutral spine, tighten your core. So it should hourglass, right leg up, left leg up, hands on the left leg, and the same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. hug, swap legs over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And relax for a second. Good. So that's starting to get a little harder. So from here, we're going to go into the level 2 double leg stretch. Now, this is suddenly becoming quite difficult. And like we said at the beginning, you just got to think about trying to keep resetting that core. Yes? So what we're going to do is we're going to come straight into holding like a ball. Now in this position, okay, you're going to draw your belly towards your backbone. You're going to put your knees together and your ankles together. Now the arm movement is round in little circles, like so, okay? The leg movement is away and they come back together, okay? It's quite tough this. Ready? Here we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug and hold. Remember to squeeze that belly button towards your backbone as you go. Remember, it's all about the contraction. The movements are secondary, okay? So belly towards your backbone, knees together, ankles together, arms up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And hold. Good. Well done. Relax a second. Okay. So from here, we're going to do a couple of sets of the 100. Now, the 100's a great exercise. I love the 100. It is hard. We're not going to do all 100 of it. We're going to do 2 sets of, depending on how we get on, either 25 or 50. See how we get on. What we might do is we might do a set of 25 first and then do our set of 50 second and just see how people find it, okay? But again, all the time you're drawing that belly towards your backbone. So, flat on your back, find your neutral spine, tighten your core, right leg up to tabletop, left leg up to tabletop. Now, if you want to make it easier for yourself, you can stay in tabletop. The harder version is legs come out. Arms come up like so, and we're going to shake. Now, if you want to make it easier, you can do it like that, or just bring the legs up straighter and higher. Okay, so here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Hug and hold. Relax a second. Tighten your core again. Head and chest up. Legs out. We're doing 50 this time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 40, 50, and relax. Well done. Well done. Good. Okay, so staying down, we're going to do a scissors. Okay, so finding your neutral spine, we're going to do level 1 first. So float right leg up to tabletop, left leg up. Now, this angle here at level 1 stays the same. And we're going to drop it down so that this angle here changes and you come back up. So that's the scissors level 1. Now, for those of you that are more advanced, you can, if you want to, go straight into this, and that's fine. But it's up to you as to where you feel your ability is. What it is not is that. Yeah? See, lots of people do that. It's a common mistake. So, get your core tight, find your neutral spine, right up, left up, choose your level, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hug and relax down. Okay, so tighten your core again. Find your neutral spine. Float right leg up, left leg up. Okay, I'm going to do level 2 this time. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And hold and hug. Very good. Okay. So from here, we're going to roll onto our side. Okay. And it's quite important to get this position right. So we want our spine to be straight like so, which normally means we have to put our head on our arm, and then we have to lift our flank off here. Okay, right, then we draw our belly button towards our backbone, feet come off. Now, what you want to imagine is that you are doing it with a wall behind you, and the soles of your feet and your backside are against the wall, okay? This angle should be about 35 to 40 degrees. Feet off, core tight, hands in front or on your hip, and we're going to do the clam. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Legs down, straighten them out. Keep this position here, keep this tight. Lift the bottom leg off and the top leg, and don't go too high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bring the feet back in. Make sure it's in line with your backside and your heels. Lift the flank off. Core tight. Heels off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't just love them. Okay, straighten your legs out. Keep the side off. Both feet off. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Roll round. Okay. Right the way over. And we do exactly the same on the other side. So head on your arms, lift your flank off, tighten your belly button, feet in line with your bum, heels off, and core tight. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Straighten both legs out. Okay, both feet off. And 1, 2. Remember not to go too high. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bring them in. Reset your flank. Tighten your core. Heels off. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Straighten them both out. Get your balance. Okay. Lift your feet off, flank off, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good, lovely. Aren't they hideous? Okay, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll over, and we are going to do a V-sit rotation with leg lift. So what does that mean? So core tight, neutral spine, feet flat on the floor. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up into a V-sit. So roughly at 45 degrees here. And we're going to go, start one side, we're going to go 1, lift the opposite leg. 2, lift the opposite leg. Make sense? Here we go. So keep the core tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax down, hands behind your head, feet into a seal position. That means your feet together and your knees out wide. Retighten your core. I'm afraid these are horrible. So we're going to go lift, lift, down, down. Okay, here we go. Lift, lift, down, down, lift, lift, down, down, lift, lift, down, down. Remember to suck that belly button towards the backbone. Lift, lift, down, down, lift, lift, down, down, lift, lift, down, down, lift, lift, down, down, lift, lift, down, down. Lovely. Okay, so feet up a little bit further, come up into your V-sit, okay, and rotate and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax back down, hands behind your head, tuck your chin in, tighten your belly, make it flat, make it hourglass here, okay? This is the last exercise before this gentle cool down. So up, up, down, down, 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 up, up, down, down. Gently relax, gently get to your feet. Nearly done. Okay, you should have a lovely warm glow through your abdomen and glutes now. Okay, so standing up nice and tall, okay? What we're going to do is left hand on the right side of the head, hand behind your back, and just gently stretch and hold. And change. Good. Lovely. Right hand behind your back like so, push down. Good. Change. Very good. Relax. Legs nice and wide apart. Over we come and stretch. Good. And change. And up. And left foot forward. Both hands on straight left knee. Push your belly button, point your belly button to the floor. Push your bum away and stretch your hands free. And change. Good. Now, finally, draw your belly button towards your backbone, tighten your glutes, broad across the collarbone, tuck your chin in, and we are done. Well done, everybody.